Hi, let's talk about Telephone Road in Houston. My name is Ian Lavacek, and I'm a licensed civil engineer in the state of Texas. My passion is building safe, beautiful streets. I'm also a lifelong resident of the East End and a regular user of Telephone Road. I know this community, and I know what safe, livable streets look like. This is Telephone Road, a vital connector through Houston's East End. It's a very wide road with a lot of concrete and poor sidewalks. Family homes, small businesses, schools, and churches are all around. 2 years ago, the city shared a redesign plan that would have made this street safer, greener, and more walkable. But now a new proposal is being pushed forward, one that removes key safety features and puts lives at risk. In 2023, the community saw a plan that would have enhanced Telephone Road with wider sidewalks, protected bike lanes, and a center turn lane. A design backed by national safety data and local support. But the new plan replaces the dedicated bike lanes with a wide sidewalk, and it removes the center turn lane entirely. That's not just a downgrade, it's dangerous. The removal of the center turn lane will create a major safety issue. Left-turning vehicles will now block through lanes, causing sudden stops and weaving. The result? Increased risk of high-speed rear-end collisions and overall reduction in traffic flow, especially at intersections. According to TxDOT, our state transportation department, 4-lane undivided roads in urban areas have the highest crash rates of any street design. And it's not hard to see why. In addition to the unsafe, inefficient left turns, these kinds of streets also have some of the highest speeds, further contributing to the number and severity of crashes. They feel like wide open streets, like highways, and people drive accordingly at highway speeds, regardless of the speed limit. Additionally, the removal of the center turn lane will mean that there is no separation between opposing flows of traffic. At high speeds, even a small drift can lead to a head-on collision, especially near curves like this one on Telephone at Stimson. This is what that kind of curve feels like for a driver. And note, the curve on Telephone is more than 4 times sharper than this one. Currently, the center turn lane on Telephone separates flows of traffic, so a slight driver error is not likely to end in a fatal crash. With the proposed plan, there is no room for error. This curve, combined with the new design, will almost certainly lead to injuries and possibly death for East Enders. These issues have been well studied and documented around the United States. The U.S. Department of Transportation has even issued formal guidance that a conversion from 4 lanes to 3 lanes will reduce crashes by 19 to 47%. And I want to be clear, this is not about bike lanes, although the extra space you get can easily fit bike lanes. It's about 4 versus 3. That's safety, but 3-lane roadways have other benefits too. This image shows the general requirements for healthy street trees. 4 feet is the absolute minimum, and 6 feet or more is strongly preferred. This makes sure that trees can grow big and healthy without destroying our sidewalks and roadways. It's important to get that right because trees are critical for providing shade, reducing the Texas heat, and making our streets scenic and beautiful. Here's the original plan on the tightest part of Telephone. It would have provided a minimum of 4 feet of space for trees, which, as we've seen, is adequate. And with some further tweaks, we may even have been able to get 6 feet or more. And this is the new plan. With 4 lanes, there's not enough room to get even the minimum 4 feet on the tightest sections. That means there are parts of Telephone that will never benefit from large, healthy trees. Other neighborhoods in Houston, like Montrose, the Heights, and Southampton, have beautiful streets with healthy tree canopies. Bissonnet Street carries 11,140 cars in just 2 lanes. West Alabama carries 10,896 in 2 lanes plus a turn lane. which is just like the original telephone road design. Studewood carries a whopping 17,557 in that very same cross-section. So how many lanes does telephone need? And oh yeah, I buried the lead on this one. This section of telephone road carries fewer than 10,000 vehicles per day. If telephone carries less traffic than those other streets, then why can't the East End have a similar beautiful, safe street? Do we deserve less? Fortunately, it's not too late to get this right. And there are things that everybody can do to make sure we get the telephone road that we need and deserve. First, fill out the Eastwood Civic Association survey. You can either scan this barcode or go to the link. There you can easily record your thoughts and preferences, and we'll report them back to elected officials. Second, contact the decision makers directly. Our District Council member Joaquin Martinez, Mayor Whitmire, and TERS 23. Demand a safer design for telephone. Also, share this video with your neighbors, friends, and anyone who cares about safety and fairness in Houston's East End. And finally, come to the Telephone Road Open House on August 19th at KIPP Explore. Your presence and voice there will work wonders. This isn't just about a street. It's about the kind of city we want to live in. Let's make sure Telephone Road reflects the values of safety, equity, and community. This design does not appear to be driven by community stakeholders or even engineers, and it's likely the decision makers aren't familiar with the community needs or the engineering downsides of this plan. By sharing our concerns, we can help them make informed decisions that prioritize safety and livability for Houston and the East End. Thanks for watching, and thank you for standing up for the East End.